This is a Rogue Media Network production.
Welcome back to the show. We are talking now about a great night of jazz that is coming to Waco. In fact, it's coming right up on Saturday night, the 21st. My guest today, Dr. Charles Stern, a retired physician and trumpet player with the Waco Jazz Orchestra, and internationally acclaimed saxophone player Chad Lefkowitz-Brown, known as the beloved Chad LB. So it's good to have you on with us. Chad, tell us where you are coming to us from.
Thanks so much, Ann. Great to be here. I am New York based. I've lived in New York most of my life, but in New York City for about 15, 16 years. But right now, I'm out of town ahead of a bunch of gigs in Texas, including this big show in Waco that I'm very excited for, and visiting some family at the moment. So yeah, not in New York. I'm actually in Florida.
Good. Very, very good. Mm-hmm. Well, you have performed all around the world. Carnegie Hall, international jazz festivals, featured on 2 Grammy-winning albums. So excited to have you coming to Waco now to play at the Hippodrome. This will be at 7:30, right?
Yes.
So, Charles, you spent your life as a physician, but you've always loved music.
Yes.
And now you're devoting even more time since retirement, right?
Absolutely.
to music. That's a lifelong passion. Tell us a little bit about the Waco Jazz Orchestra.
So the Waco Jazz Orchestra started in 1985 and is formulated by several jazz players here in Waco. And its main mission is to help foster the ongoing live performance of jazz in our community and encourage youth to participate in jazz music, whether it be in combo fashion or big band. So what we've done as kind of a spin-off of that mission is aligned with the Waco Hippodrome to have a concert every spring. So we can use some of the money from the ticket sales to help foster music scholarships for McLennan Community College, which is where we rehearse and have most of our other concerts. So it has really been a great partnership, and it's just an historic theater built in 1914 and old vaudeville theater. So stage is kind of tight, but we all fit up there.
Yeah, you fill that stage though. Chad, have you been to Waco before? Been to the Hippodrome?
I've not played the Hippodrome before. I've played Texas a bunch of times, but this, I think, will be my first time in Waco. So
good.
Yeah.
Well, what is it that makes big band, this music, so exciting to perform? Chad, and what do you think?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, big band music has a really incredible history and lineage to it. But I think that, what's so incredible about big band beyond the deep history and tradition is just that it's, 16, 17, 18, sometimes more musicians playing together, often when it's bands like the Waco Jazz Orchestra at a really, really high level. And there is beautiful improvisation that interweaves into these orchestrated, pre-written parts. In jazz, as so many people know, there's so much improvisation. You will never see the same jazz show twice. It simply won't happen because there's so much improvisation. And so when you bring 18 people together to do that together and, have these orchestrated parts that weave in and out of these improvisatory parts, it really creates something that is one of a kind. There's no other genre like big band jazz, so it's always so fun to play.
Oh, and it is fun to listen to. That is for sure.
Totally.
So, what do you think, Charles?
Well, the thing I find that's really a challenge, but playing in a big band is every part is unique. So like even with like classical ensembles, you have to blend, you have to balance, you have to phrase together. And a lot of it is how, whether you're playing in unison or those different parts, how they kind of come together. And you have to work as a team, and everybody has to kind of push and pull in the same direction. And a lot of what we work out in rehearsals are not just tempo, but phrasing, attacking, dynamics, all that aspect of it to put it into a final product. And, I've been playing lead trumpet with them almost 33 years now. And of course, if I make a mistake, I just play it like I mean it.
It's jazz.
So, but I can't hide. But it's just a big musical family.
Yeah.
That's all I can say. They're
But
just a wonderful group.
you do have a director.
Yeah, Noah Alvarado.
Right.
Yeah, and he teaches at a middle school here as a band director. But he's also played a lot of jazz.
Yeah,
plays
he's a
with lot of
terrific
groups.
musician. Yeah.
Oh, he's amazing.
Yeah. Okay, so how did you get Chad LB to Waco? How did all that happen?
Well, we have a steering committee, and Noah had heard about Chad online, and so we watched a few videos, and our steering committee decides, what guest artists we're going to bring in, and then we formulate a contract, and we were really excited about him because he is a phenom on the sax.
Thank you.
So, Chad, tell me about your playing history. You said, did you say you were from New York originally? You grew up in New York?
I'm from upstate New York originally. Yeah,
Okay.
A lot of my family and now even my in-laws are from New York City. So I kind of have some deep NYC roots. But yeah, originally I grew up upstate. Went to school in California for a couple of years. And then I moved to New York from there. So yeah, I've been in New York for 16 years. I've been touring for just about most of that time, particularly over the last 10 to 12 years. Spent a lot of time on the road with all sorts of people, my own bands, but also some superstars like Taylor Swift and
Really?
Chris Bodie, who's a really famous jazz musician, and all sorts of people. So I'm very fortunate. I've toured the world many times at this point, and it's always fun to do these big band soloist type of things. They're really, really special events, and one of the really cool things about it is how it brings the community together. I'm particularly excited for this one.
So when did you start playing the saxophone?
I started when I was 9. My
9.
father is a retired music teacher. And at first I hated it. I couldn't stand it. I thought it was the most boring thing ever. All I wanted to do was play hockey. I wanted to be in the NHL.
Oh.
And then he taught me the song Tequila. And I thought that was really fun. He was allowed to teach me tequila.
That's heavy with the sax, right?
Yeah, exactly. I was 9 years old. I had no idea what any of it meant. They had a little line in the song, depending on the version you listen to, that said, I think, "Have you hugged your toilet today?" Or maybe that was like a slogan that went with it. I had no idea what any of that meant. But my dad could teach me that song because he didn't have parents that would be like, "What are you doing teaching my kid in 4th grade the song Tequila," or whatever it was, or 5th grade, whatever it was. And so, he didn't have anybody he had to respond to. My mom was cool with it, and he taught me Tequila. And at that point, I got excited. And my dad was, and still is a big jazz fan. And so I grew up listening to Charlie Parker around the house, who many people consider to be the greatest saxophonist, or at least greatest jazz saxophonist of all time. And I said, "Dad, I really want to do what he's doing. I want to practice Charlie Parker," which was kind of ridiculous as a kid who could barely play Mary Had a Little Lamb. But what I really appreciated was my dad said, "Okay, let's do it, but we're going to go really slow." So we took it at about 1/18 of the tempo or something like that. And I would learn 1 or 2 measures per day, but I had so much fun with it. All of a sudden, it was the best thing ever. By the time I was 11 or 12, I was playing. There's a really great local scene in Elmira, New York, where I'm from.
Yeah.
I was playing at Green Pastures a lot, which was an amazing Black-owned jazz club. And I had my Uncle Howard there was the bartender, essentially. I call everybody was family there. The drummer I was playing, he was like my grandfather figure. The drummer that I was playing with named George Reed. So I really grew up, being immersed in the culture of jazz, which was great, in Elmira, New York. And ever since I was 11 or 12, I knew it was all I wanted to do. So from a very young age, I got bit by the bug, so to speak.
I love hearing that story. So Charlie Parker, any other greats that you wanted to pattern yourself after, that you like listening to, and
all the legends like Dexter Gordon and John Coltrane for sure, but then some of the slightly lesser known jazz legends like Stanley Turrentine. I'm a huge fan of, real soulful bop tenor player, and Hank Mobley, and just really all the greats. Johnny Griffin is kind of a underrated but still legendary tenor player who played with Thelonious Monk and all those guys. So yeah, I'm really all about all the greats of this music. I've spent a lot of time studying it, and hopefully it informs and inspires the way that I play, for sure.
So you are on a pretty big tour, I understand, right now through Texas. So where are some of the other places you'll be playing?
Yeah, heading out tomorrow. I'll be playing in Houston at Docks, and San Antonio Jazz, Texas.
Ooh,
and Waco, of course, and Austin Months Jazz Club. But Waco is the only show that we're playing with a big band. And as we talked about earlier, it's truly a one-of-a-kind thing. So particularly excited for this one.
So, Charlie, what are some of the? Can you tell us what some of the program is going to be? What folks will be treated to?
We're going to play some arrangements of jazz standards like Autumn Leaves, My One and Only Love, Cherokee, a lot of wonderful songs. And we're also going to throw in a couple of arrangements of some Stevie Wonder songs.
Really?
Like I Wish and Superstition. They're really cool. We actually played the Superstition arrangement with Holly Tucker. And she sang.
Nice.
And sang with it.
Talk about an amazing vocalist, yeah.
And then there is a tenor sax solo in the middle of the song. Rob Page played. So we're familiar with that. But yeah, we're playing a lot of jazz standards. They're challenging. They're challenging pieces. So we're ready.
So have you got charts, or how do you prepare as artists?
Yeah, I think most of the charts that we'll be playing are all from albums that I recorded, big band albums that I recorded. Many of them are arranged by Stephen Feifke, who he featured me on one of his albums, and that won a Grammy a few years ago. That's one of the Grammy-winning albums I got to be featured on, which was a blast. And he's a really terrific arranger. An arranger from one of the charts is an arranger from Brazil, Rafael Rocha, who's really amazing. Honestly, one of the best arrangers I've heard in my life. He's incredible. So yeah, there's a lot of really great music that we got together for these big band albums that I did. And it's really fun to play them with a live band. Actually, all the big band albums that I did that we're playing arrangements from, we actually recorded remotely back in like 2020 through late 2021.
Yeah, the fun years, right?
Yeah, exactly. So it was crazy times. And when we recorded remotely, which was, a fun project to do during trying times, and, trying times for musicians, we weren't able to play together as much during that period. So it was fun to put that together and just be proactive about, doing some projects during that time. But playing all that big band music remotely, although it was special in certain ways, it's nothing like doing it live. So it's always so fun to get into a live room and play it like we're going to do in Waco.
Well, this is going to be a great concert. If someone is maybe new to jazz, what makes this genre of music appealing, do you think?
For me, there are a couple of things I would say. A lot of people, first off, tons of people love jazz. Obviously, it's not listened
it's
to
been
as
around
much
a while.
It's been around for a long time. It used to be the most popular music in America and beyond. These days, there's of course other popular music. But with jazz, I think there are always two things that I mentioned. One, a lot of people that think they don't like jazz, it's because they've maybe not heard it in the best context. For instance, if you heard a middle school band at a Battle of the Bands playing Led Zeppelin, and that was your first time hearing rock. Nothing against middle school rock bands. I'm sure there's some good ones, but you might walk away from that thinking, I don't really like classic rock. But if you go to a Led Zeppelin concert, you're going to be like, that's the best thing ever. Well,
Yeah.
So, that's one thing I say about jazz. A lot of times people will sort of make a judgment on it before they've really seen the real deal. So when you see people who have dedicated their lives or much of their lives to that craft, it can be really special. The other thing that I say is, something that I mentioned earlier, which is the improvisatory element to it is truly unique. There's really no other music that features so much improvisation. And being in person to hear jazz when that spontaneity is happening right in front of you, to be part of that experience is truly unique, because you are watching musicians, and I've been on both sides of it. I'm watching the stage all the time. I see shows, and I'm not just on stage. I'll go see musicians and my peers and people who I love to see. And so when you're there and you're part of that experience and you're witnessing, you're part of the experience of people improvising in the moment, you get this sense, similar to being at a sporting event, where you get the sense that your being there and your presence is influencing every moment to it. And it really can be true when you're, participating in such an interactive music. So that improvisatory element, if you've never witnessed it in person, if you've never witnessed it, especially hearing it at a really high level, it's something that you just got to do for sure. And it is America's music too. It originated in America. So that's really special too.
Amen.
Oh yeah, it really kind of is magical when you think about it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So you mentioned your peers, you mentioned folks that you looked up to. Have you had the opportunity to mentor young musicians? Since this whole concert, the idea behind it is to help sponsor and help a young musician along in their training.
Yeah, absolutely. I actually spent several years. I was a professor at San Francisco Conservatory of Music. I was sort of in a visiting artist format there, where I would come in from New York 1 week every month, whenever I could. I got to a point where there was a season where I was just touring so much that I just didn't have the bandwidth to continue it. But I did that for several years out in San Francisco. And I also actually co-founded a workshop in Texas, believe it or not, in Austin. It's called the Global Jazz Workshop. And this is going to be our third summer doing that. We've had now over 200 people who have participated in those workshops in those first 2 years. It's a really special program. And we try to raise a lot of money for scholarships as well to support people who are in financial need and just highly motivated musicians who want to attend. It serves people of all ages. It's something that I think is really special to do. And it's so awesome that this concert and what the Waco Jazz Orchestra does, it's so awesome that it is not just, creating entertainment, but also serving a cause and supporting students and learning this music, which is so amazing. You never know what a musician will go on to do, whether it's be a musician or do something else. There are so many saxophonists who have done so many influential things. We've had a president that was a saxophonist. There are saxophonists who have started massive businesses. There's a guy who is a friend of mine, Sean Osher. He owns one of the biggest real estate firms in New York, and he went to New School for Jazz, and he's an amazing saxophonist. So when we're creating these opportunities for young people, you never know how it's going to influence them, whether it influences them in the world of music or whether it takes them somewhere else. As Charles said, he's a retired doctor, and obviously we always need more doctors. So music can have such a special effect on people and influence how they carry themselves for the rest of their lives.
It's good for you physically, right?
And mentally.
And mental, for sure, mentally. Yeah. This has got to make you feel good, Charlie, though, to be a part of something that is even bigger than just a night of music.
Oh, absolutely. And, when I was practicing medicine, I always looked at going into that rehearsal every week as an escape. I was leaving the world of medicine, entering the world of music, and doing it with a family of brothers and sisters that I truly love.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I know that is true. Tell me a little bit about yourself, though, Chad. You married, got kids? What is family life like?
Yes, I'm married. I'm married to a divorce lawyer, actually. So usually
Watch out.
every concert we do, I'll dedicate one song to her. If I don't, it's over. Like it's the contracts are already signed. No, so we will be playing My One and Only Love, which is a beautiful ballad, one that I really love to play. That will certainly be dedicated to her, and she's actually coming on this trip. She can't always come. I've noticed a pattern. The places that she comes with me, they're always like really cool places. Like she came with me when I toured in Hawaii, when I toured in London, when I'm touring in Texas. She hasn't come to Iowa or Indiana, any of those places. So I'm getting the sense she's starting to pick certain places that I think she has more fun in. So hopefully she'll have fun on this one in Texas, and she'll be in the audience for this one.
Oh, that is awesome. That is so much fun. Welcome you both to Waco when this happens again. This is going to be on Saturday, March 21st at 7:30 at the Waco Hippodrome. And how can folks get tickets? Can you get them at the door?
You can get them at the door, but I would encourage people to go on to the Waco Hippodrome website. Make sure they specifically go to that. It's www.wacohippodrometheater, spelled the old way, R-E instead of ER.com. Because if they just look up Waco Hippodrome online, they will be routed a lot to secondary ticket sites. So I've had our last concert, we had people calling me and saying, wow, I'm paying $150, $200 a ticket. And I'm going, no, that's not right.
It'd be better if you donated that to the scholarship. We'd prefer that. Right?
So anyway, just go to their website and you just log on, and then you can buy your tickets, and they'll be at a will call window or table when you come to the theater, or you can scan them. Most people have them on their phones these days.
Well, and there's some great restaurants right around there, so you can enjoy a glass of wine or whatever before the show. And yes, it's going to be an awesome night of music. Waco Jazz Orchestra, truly a gem here in Waco. We appreciate so much the talent that we see on that stage. Wonderful, wonderful musicians, and they bring in just the best people. I mean, you guys are just doing the best. And so it's wonderful to have Chad LB with us. And so safe travels to you as you're making your way to the Lone Star State. We appreciate
Thank you, Ann. Thank you, Ann.
Appreciate
Thank you,
getting
Charlie.
a chance to get to know you and hear your story. And
Thanks for having me on the show.
Thank you. Thank you so much. We are going to take a break now, but I want to tell you it is the declaration of deals at Allen Samuels in Waco, $11,500 off 2025 Jeep Wrangler Sahara. $12,500 off 2025 Jeep Gladiator Rubicon, and it will cover your sales tax and no payments for 90 days. Hurry, these deals won't last. Only at Allen Samuels, your friend in the car business. We appreciate for them sponsoring this show. Stay with us. There is more of the show ahead.
Like Allen Samuels always said, Waco has a lot to offer, and so do we at Allen Samuels Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, Fiat. Come by, let's be friends.
Earning an online certification is a quick and convenient way to gain industry-recognized credentials. Select your ACLS course. Print your ACLS certificate. You can print your certification wallet card. aclsnow.com.
Our patented handles were launched in 2018. We continue to push the boundaries of strength training. Join us in making your training more natural and effective. Visit Engels90.com to learn more and revolutionize your workout.
Cleanse your body of accumulated toxins and embark on your wellness journey at your own pace. At Global Healing, we provide premium supplements to help your body heal naturally. Start your healing journey today at globalhealing.com and organichemp.com.
designed to elevate the off-road experience, enabling adventurers to conquer any terrain. For 50 years, you've trusted us on your toughest recoveries, to your most breathtaking destinations, and in countless unforgettable memories.
At 4U Health, we believe wellness and lab testing should be accessible, inclusive, and yes, fun. With our tech-powered at-home lab test, you save time and money while feeling your best. 4U Health. Visit 4uhealth.com today.
For anyone that's in the car buying mode or looking for a car right now or a truck, I would definitely come by Allen Samuels, get to know the people here like I have, how well I'm taking care of the dealership and how well, service and any kind of warranty issues or those sort of things. Because of the way they take care of me, it's made me a Ram driver. And so I don't think they'd want to go anywhere else if they came here.
Like Allen Samuels always said, Waco has a lot to offer, and so do we at Allen Samuels Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, Fiat. Come by, let's be friends.
Finance is evolving. Automation, data analytics, and AI are reshaping what finance teams do every single day. The best way to predict the future of finance is to be ready for it. If you want a head start, check out 365 Financial Analyst.
Earning an online certification is a quick and convenient way to gain industry-recognized credentials. Select your ACLS course. Print your ACLS certificate. You can print your certification wallet card. aclsnow.com.
Our patented handles were launched in 2018. We continue to push the boundaries of strength training. Join us in making your training more natural and effective. Visit Engels90.com to learn more and revolutionize your workout.
Cleanse your body of accumulated toxins and embark on your wellness journey at your own pace. At Global Healing, we provide premium supplements to help your body heal naturally. Start your healing journey today at globalhealing.com and organichemp.com.
If I had somebody that was looking for a car, I would definitely recommend Allen Samuels. The trust that I have, the care that they take, they genuinely want to take care of you. They really ask for your feedback when you go to the support department to make sure they're taking care of you in every way possible. So I really appreciate that they listen to your feedback.
Like Allen Samuels always said, Waco has a lot to offer, and so do we at Allen Samuels Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, Fiat. Come by.
In Enjoy a quiet atmosphere with beautiful river views at the Brazos Landing, located in Waco along the Brazos River across from McLean Stadium. Enjoy homemade dishes like shrimp and grits, chicken piccata, braised short ribs, prime New York steaks, and more. Plus, enjoy a delicious dessert like creme brulee or key lime pie. Open for lunch and dinner Tuesday through Sunday. Brazos Landing in Waco, the only place where I-35 and the Brazos River meet.
Welcome back to the show. We are talking about a new opportunity that is happening in Waco through McLennan Community College that could open the door to a healthcare career in just a matter of weeks. My guest is Allison Halbert, who is the coordinator of community health at MCC. And coming right up, March 23rd, you are starting a brand new dental assistant program. And this is so exciting.
Yes, we're very excited to launch this program. It got here quickly, but we're ready. We still have spots open, which is exciting, but we will launch on Monday, the 23rd. Then we will have another cohort in the summer, in July, and then another one in the fall, October.
And these are intense. These are like 7 weeks, right?
Yes.
200 hours, is that right?
Yes, that's correct. So it's 200 hours. 104 is done in the classroom, and that's Monday through Thursday, 8 to 3. After that, they will start observation hours. They have 24 of those, and then they will go into their clinical, and there's 48 of those.
And this was a need that you determined how? I mean, did you talk to dentists or, you know,
Yes.
what is the situation in the community that they need these trained dental assistants?
Absolutely. So we actually we ended up just starting a dental advisory board just to get a feel. We had been told for the last couple of years that, dental assistant, we really need this program here. Kind of after COVID, after TSTC stopped doing the program, there was just that need still to provide affordable training for students, and MCC just was the spot for it to happen. So dentists, we had a handful meet with our advisory board, and it just kind of solidified, put the stamp on it that we needed to start it.
And this is really a good career, right?
Absolutely. They can do it. They can have a livable wage. Anywhere roughly kind of the data that we've collected here in Waco or Central Texas, you can get about 20 to 25, and that can even go up from there if you end up going into travel or, work through and clean at the base. It just varies what those price ranges could be. But, a clinic, office, that's kind of the range you're looking at.
Yeah, well, that's great. This is hands-on training, though. This is, as I understand it, it's for just anybody that's interested, maybe in a career pivot, or you've thought, oh, I might want to get into the dental field. What kind of prerequisites do you have for someone to be in this program?
So it's not your regular MCC admission, so you don't have to apply to the college. We do have requirements that you have to have before we enroll you into the program. Those are going to be immunization record. You are going to be around patients during your clinical time. So it's important that you have those immunizations. It's going to be the ones that a lot of people have to go to public school, your Hep B, MMR. We also do require that they do a 10-panel drug screening and a background check prior to enrollment. It has to be 30 days before, within 30 days of the class start date. And that's just to ensure that you're doing all the right things and no one's going to be, they'll be ready to be in that clinical atmosphere. It is a state license, so the background check does solidify that you are able and eligible to get that license after you complete the program.
Yeah, because you'd hate to go to the expense and the time to do it and find out, oh, guess what?
This disqualifies me and I won't be able to get it. So we do check that beforehand just to make sure that they take it and they're able to get the license.
Right. There are scholarships available. That's what's really kind of exciting, right?
Yes, absolutely. So we're actually able to launch this program through a grant out there. It's called True Grant. It's Texas Reskilling and Upskilling. I've launched a couple of other programs through this grant. It helps with equipment cost, curriculum, instructors. Biggest thing is it helps with tuition. So for the next 2 years, it will actually pay for the tuition for students to go through the program.
And what is the cost? If someone were just going to write a check for it, what would it be?
It would be $1,489.
Okay, so a $1,400 roughly investment in what could be a
absolutely
lifelong career.
They're also able to, with this grant, it will cover their background check and a pair of scrubs. So it does a little bit extra on top of that.
So it's not the kind of thing that you need to have taken a lot of biology.
No,
you don't have to have any college level credit, math classes or whatever. So it's really, if you've got a high school diploma and a GED, you can do it.
Absolutely. It's built for workforce training. We know that people need training done quickly and thoroughly. So we want to be able to do that all in one package. Some programs are 300 hours. We did ours kind of in the middle. We picked 200 because that's kind of what our community told us. They think this would be a good amount for this skill. So it really just built the framework for this to be fast track. It is quick, so they have to be invested in the program. But it gets them out into the workforce as quickly as possible.
So you touched on it a little bit. What does the training actually look like? You said there's in class.
Yes. In class, Monday through Thursday, 8 to 3. And that'll be for about 100 hours of the program. And then they do observation time and then clinical time.
So what does the clinical time look like? Will they have their hands in people's mouths?
They will. They'll get that hands-on skills. One of the biggest things that the dentist told us is that they want them to come out of this program and be ready to do those things.
Right.
A lot of times they're so timid. Some of the programs that are out there are online. And you miss that face-to-face and that interaction, those soft skills that you get with your patients. And so it's just really important part of the program.
Well, think about going to the dentist. That's not anybody's favorite thing. I don't know if anybody, it's their favorite thing to do. And to know that really that first person they come in contact with is the dental assistant.
Yes.
And if that person is calm and everything
Confident
is good, it's going to be all right. If they come in like,
shaking while they touch you,
That's
you
right.
know.
Think of Harvey Korman.
That's right.
We don't need to go there. But yeah, that's one of the funniest bits on TV. But so this is something that a student, who exactly is the perfect student, or is there a perfect student you're looking
Yeah,
for?
you know, I think all of our students are perfect,
Yeah.
you know, in their own aspect. But we have a lot of a variety pack of students that we get. You know, you may have that student that just graduated, maybe college wasn't for them, maybe that, you know, the full-time college on campus wasn't for them, maybe full-time working, that's not what they're enjoying, you know.
So is this the kind of work that they could sort of tailor?
Absolutely. So, well, and it's built to get them in, get them out, and get them trained well.
Right.
And so it really depends on them making it work for their schedule in that
Mhm.
short amount of time. You know, we know it's hard to not work full time for 7 weeks. You know,
Right.
it's difficult. So we tried to provide as much resource and alleviate a lot of those barriers. But you know, it's built for anyone. They could be pivoting careers, and you know, maybe they've been in this for so long, and it's just
Mhm.
not where their heart is anymore.
Yeah.
Or you know, maybe it's that 60-year-old that's, I've always wanted to do this. I'm just going to do it and have fun with it. You know,
Mhm.
so it really depends on where they're at in their life.
Well, and honestly, I think dental work has changed a lot over the years. I think the techniques that dentists use now, how fast they get patients in
Mhm.
and out.
Yes. And
It's
all
different.
of that takes so many staff to
Right.
get them in and out that quickly. So dental assistants are a big part of the dynamic and work and direct patient care. So it's definitely a need, and we're excited to make it happen.
Yeah. So there are no prerequisites. They don't have to, because you're going to train them.
Mhm.
I would assume too that when they get that first job with a dental office, that they're going to get some more
Yeah. Oh,
training.
yeah. They're going to do their own training. There's certain ways that, you know, that practice wants it done, and certain techniques, and some don't use some of the same, you know, this x-ray machine may be here and this one may be completely different at a different site.
Oh yeah. Well, and again, and you touched on that. There are a lot of components to what that dental assistant does.
Mhm.
They're doing X-rays,
Mhm.
and they're maybe helping to take impressions. The worst
Mhm.
part of going to the dental.
I know. I never enjoyed that.
Anyway, but somebody's got to do it. So and know how to do it and make it as least
Yes.
gaggy as they can make
Yes,
it.
exactly. And our instructor is Misty Robinette. She's been in dental for a handful of years now, and she is just very excited about this program. She is very invested in what she does, and she's very excited to start this training for them.
And now these cohorts are done with a small number on purpose, right?
Yes, our maximum is 10.
10, okay.
We just like to keep it, especially for now, we don't want to oversaturate the market either. So it's kind of
Right.
figuring out that fine balance of what is our need, what's the actual need, and then how do we grow if we need to, and make sure we provide enough training, but not too many to where they're not getting jobs after.
Right. So you mentioned the True Grant program and the scholarships that are available. What does someone need to do to try for that?
So the scholarship process is really, really simple. We do have them do a 1 to 3 page essay just telling us why they want to do it, why this is important to them, why they're even interested in being a dental assistant. And that just tells us a lot on what their direction is too, so that we can make sure that, for one, we're starting them in a program that is going to be useful for them and something that they can do for a while and grow from that. Like, which pathway do you need to go on? And then that we do require 2 letters of recommendation. One can come from family, friend, and then the other one is a professional letter of recommendation.
Good, because it's kind of a calling in a way. I mean, you at least need to not be squeamish
Yes.
when it comes to sticking your fingers in somebody's
Yes.
mouth and checking their gums and all that sort of thing that they do. I mean, that's it's real technical medical
Absolutely.
work.
Yes, and anything in healthcare, you're going to come with
Yeah.
different parts of the body you're going to be dealing with. And so, someone that maybe is not a big fan of teeth, this is probably not for them. But we want them to know it and to be comfortable with it before we send them to a clinical site.
Yeah. Another thing that's interesting about this program is that the credential is stackable. So what does that mean for students who might want to continue on and maybe get further training to become a dental hygienist?
Absolutely. So dental hygiene, of course, would be that next step up directly from this. But even those that are just interested in being a dentist, and going that route, this gives them that exposure. But for dental hygiene, this directly pathways into that. This would help build them knowing what area they're going to be interested in. Getting that exposure early on, it helps you build the rest of your career and know what direction and know what you're comfortable with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. It's exciting to hear about this because it is something new. And MCC is such a wonderful gem. I use that word a lot, but there are a lot of gems. But particularly MCC, from their music program to, which we were talking about a little bit earlier, to their medical. Because you went to MCC.
I did.
But in respiratory therapy.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct. I started out at MCC. I got my respiratory associate degree there. And then I went to Midwestern and got my bachelor's degree in respiratory care. And then I went to Tech and got my master's in healthcare administration. So MCC has always held a dear place in my heart. And just the growth and the opportunities that students have there now. You can get your 4-year degree and you don't have to move somewhere now, and you don't have to just do it strictly online. There's just so many opportunities that have just grown at MCC, and the campus is beautiful too.
Oh, and truly, it is growing up a whole generation of medical people, though, that we're all going to need as we get older, more and more. But you always need to go to the dentist.
Yes. And we, it's neat to add this opportunity there. We actually are just finalizing the dental suite there. And, this is equipment that we haven't had to need for any other programs before. So it's own
all
space.
new.
And it's just, it's really neat to,
So,
fresh.
so which building will this all happen?
It's in the Community Services Center. So where the conference center is and child development, we're right across in the other wing.
Okay.
From there.
Yeah. So, so you got into respiratory therapy, but now you're doing something else.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about your journey. You grew up, I understand, in Mahia.
Yes, I grew up in Mahia. I was a black cat. And from there, of course, MCC, I actually worked with children for a handful of years doing respiratory care, doing that. But I was an adjunct for our respiratory care program. So kind of after COVID and all the things that happened there, I had my son during all of that, and working with children and all. It's like I need a change in career. So the coordinator position opened up here at MCC, and I've been doing it since 2021. And it was the perfect blend of education and healthcare.
Yeah. So what all is involved in your job? What all do you do?
I actually oversee our certified nurse aide, certified patient care tech, certified medical administrative assistant, certified pharmacy tech. I'm going to forget one. Oh, and certified medication aide.
Wow.
So I launched patient care tech in 2022. And then the following year, we did pharmacy tech. And so this year, we are doing dental assistant.
One woman show over here. I mean, that's amazing, Allison. So is there more on the horizon that might be added?
Oh, man. Healthcare is just, there's always more. I'm sure there will be a handful of other certifications that we will be offering. None on the books yet that I can speak of just yet. But, healthcare is just one of those areas where there's never enough. And there's always something you can offer. And there's definitely growth there.
Well, I'm sure in your career you've come across a lot of students. Do any kind of come to mind when you think of, a real success story?
We have a handful of them, and we've actually, twice a year we do a pinning ceremony. And it really, it is one of the neatest ceremonies that we have, I feel like, on campus. You have a variety, of course, of different backgrounds there, but some have never walked across the stage before.
Right.
So it is neat to see their growth, and I love seeing them return. So a lot of our certifications, they start and then they keep stacking them. And so I'll see them again for the next few years, and they'll be walking across the stage again. And it is it's really neat when I see them start out certification level, and then I see them become a nurse, a registered nurse, a BSN, and so we've had a few of those come through, and it's just really neat to watch that. Very rewarding.
And what's so neat about MCC is that it's a very economical way to get into your higher education career. But then you can go on and get 4-year degrees from what?
Yes,
Tarleton and Texas Tech.
Texas Tech. And there's a handful of online options. Like my Midwestern was where I went, and I went through MCC to get it.
Did you really? I was thinking, you went to Wichita Falls.
No.
Fun place.
Yeah, right.
All due respect
I just drive through
to the
there
wonderful
most of the
people
time.
in Wichita Falls. But yeah, no, Midwest, but it's a great school.
Yes.
I mean, it's a great school. This is neat. So how can folks get in touch with you if they you got to make this decision quickly, or kind of check things out in July,
Yes.
maybe come in to the next one?
The quickest way to look up our program and get a hold of us will be through our McLennan Community College website. From there, you can either go to the search bar and type in dental assistant, or it will be under our pathways tabs. And under our dental assistant webpage, our community health email is there, our phone number, more program information is there as well. And then the link to also our department is continuing education. We have another link that goes there as well. But the quickest way to get enrolled, since we do start on Monday, will be our community health email. And that way we can send you the information that we need, and we can get it back from you quickly without having to come in on campus or anything yet.
Yeah, because you do have a few forms that need to be
Yes.
filled out. Well, it is just wonderful. I'm always happy to help promote anything to do with MCC, because it is such a wonderful asset to the community, but especially for people who want to make something better of themselves and get that training and maybe totally change their career trajectory.
Absolutely. And it just gives them more opportunity, because they don't have to just stop with this certification. They can keep pursuing whatever they may want to do, and figure out stuff that they may not have thought of yet.
Yeah. Oh, well, this is great. Allison, you're wonderful. Thank you so much for coming to tell us more about this dental technician, right?
Dental assistant.
Dental assistant, yes, program at MCC.
Thank you. I sure appreciate the opportunity.
Yeah. Today's show is brought to you by Universal Windows. Transform your home with premium window, door, and siding installation services. Universal Windows Direct Central Texas makes upgrading your home simple and stress-free. Call Universal Windows Direct Central Texas today. They're located in Woodway. Stay with us. More of the show is ahead.
The reason that their service is outstanding is because the people they have working, behind the desk, and the folks working out in the garage, taking care of business. And they give you a date, they give you a time, and they're spot on. And they're professional, they take care of it, and they answer all your questions, and they're fun to work with.
Like Alan Samuels always said, Waco has a lot to offer, and so do we at Alan Samuels Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, Fiat. Come by, let's be friends.
Apollo Neuro is a new kind of wearable that helps your body recover from stress, that helps you calm down and feel better. You sleep better, and you can get back to being yourself. Learn more at apolloneuro.com.
I had a panic moment running my hands through my hair, and that's when I found Keeps. Keeps gave me the results that I was really looking for.
I definitely felt a lot more confident once I saw my hair coming back.
Keeps has given me the control of my hair back.
Get your first month free at Keeps.com.
online certification is a quick and convenient way to gain industry-recognized credentials. Select your ACLS course. Print your ACLS certificate. You can print your certification wallet card. aclsnow.com.
Our patented handles were launched in 2018. We continue to push the boundaries of strength training. Join us in making your training more natural and effective. Visit Engels90.com to learn more and revolutionize your workout.
Cleanse your body of accumulated toxins and embark on your wellness journey at your own pace. At Global Healing, we provide premium supplements to help your body heal naturally. Start your healing journey today at globalhealing.com and organichemp.com.
Am I safe for walking out on us? Oh, or am I losing touch? Too many games, now all our chips are lost. Oh, luck was not enough. I opened my
For anyone that's in the car buying mode or looking for a car right now or a truck, I would definitely come by Allen Samuels, get to know the people here like I have, how well I'm taking care of the dealership and how well, service and any kind of warranty issues and those sort of things. Because of the way they take care of me, it's made me a Ram driver. And so I don't think they'd want to go anywhere else if they came here.
Like Allison Samuels always said, Waco has a lot to offer, and so do we at Allison Samuels Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, Fiat. Come by, let's be friends.
Designed to elevate the off-road experience, enabling adventurers to conquer any terrain. For 50 years, you've trusted us on your toughest recoveries, to your most breathtaking destinations, and in countless unforgettable memories.
Finance is evolving. Automation, data analytics, and AI are reshaping what finance teams do every single day. The best way to predict the future of finance is to be ready for it. If you want a head start, check out 365 Financial Analyst.
At 4U Health, we believe wellness and lab testing should be accessible, inclusive, and yes, fun. With our tech-powered at-home lab test, you save time and money while feeling your best. 4U Health. Visit 4uhealth.com today.
Enjoy a quiet atmosphere with beautiful river views at the Brazos Landing, located in Waco along the Brazos River across from McLean Stadium. Enjoy homemade dishes like shrimp and grits, chicken piccata, braised short ribs, prime New York steaks, and more. Plus, enjoy a delicious dessert like creme brulee or key lime pie. Open for lunch and dinner Tuesday through Sunday. Brazos Landing in Waco, the only place where I-35 and the Brazos River meet.
Apollo Neuro is a new kind of wearable that helps your body recover from stress, that helps you calm down and feel better. You sleep better, and you can get back to being yourself. Learn more at apolloneuro.com.
I had a panic moment running my hands through my hair, and that's when I found Keeps. Keeps gave me the results that I was really looking for.
I definitely felt a lot more confident once I saw my hair coming back.
Keeps has given me the control of my hair back.
Get your first month free at Keeps.com.
It's not just a glove, it's a 44 Pro. Crafted with dedication, made for performance, and built to last. Get your custom glove today at 44pro.com and experience the 44 Pro difference. That's 44pro.com, 44 Pro.
This is a Rogue Media Network production.